All right, kiddos, are you ready to do some language works with Humpty Dumpty? I have to thank Mrs. Sizemore for putting this lesson together for me. So I'm grateful for that assistance. And she actually put it together a few weeks ago, but a lot of things happened. And I thought, well, this would be a great week to do it because I was thinking about Easter, and that made me think about Easter eggs, and that made me think about eggs, and that made me think about Humpty Dumpty. So we're going to do a little language lesson using this as our guide, our starting point. So I'm going to hold it up so you can see. You guys are all probably familiar with the nursery rhyme, but I'm going to hold it up just as a review. Okay. Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. So here's what I would like for you guys to do. There's a couple of things. The first thing is you have letters, like so, in your bin. What you're going to do is cut out these letters, much like we did the movable alphabet, and you're going to see using only these letters how many words you can make. You record them on here. You have a piece of paper that says making words. So whenever you move these around, make a new word, like let's say you make the word play, P-L-A-Y, play. You would write that down. And then you might make pot, P-O-T, and you write that down. So you make as many words as you can. The next time that we chat on FaceTime, I will ask you to tell me how many words you were able to make. So that is activity 1. The second activity that we're going to do is using these same letters. There are enough letters on your card to make one line of our nursery rhyme. I'm not going to tell you which line. That is your job. You have to sort of solve that puzzle and figure out which line of our nursery rhyme is spelled using these letters. Okay, so once you get them all arranged to make a line of the poem, have mom or dad snap a picture, or you can tell me when we chat which line you made. Okay, that's activity 2. Now, activity 3. We're going to get a little more creative. We're going to do some writing. You have a piece of paper just like this in your bin. Here's what I want you to do. Take our nursery rhyme, and you're going to rewrite the ending, okay? But we have to follow the same pattern, okay? So let's look at our pattern here. We have Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. So we have rhyme, rhyme, doesn't rhyme, rhyme, rhyme. You are going to start, listen up, pay attention. You are going to start with the same 2 lines. You will start with Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Everyone's nursery rhyme will start with those 2 lines, okay? What you're going to rewrite is the last 3. So instead of writing all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again, you're going to make up your own last 3 lines. But they're going to follow this pattern. So you're already going to have wall and fall. This line is not going to rhyme. Your last 2 lines will. So let's see if we can think of an example now, just while we're together. You can't use my example. You have to make up your own. But let's see. We'll title it at the top. We're going to give it the same title, Humpty Dumpty. Okay, so you'll start out like this, Humpty Dumpty. Okay, so we know that we have to use those same first 2 lines. So we're going to do Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Okay, everybody puts that. Then you say Humpty Dumpty great fall. Okay. This will be the same for everybody's. Now, you have to make up 3 more lines. So let's say Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. He fell from so high and he hit his head. I wonder if Humpty Dumpty is dead. Whoops. Okay, you can't use this, you have to come up with your own. But this is just an example. So we have rhyme, rhyme, doesn't rhyme, 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 because head and dead. Right. So Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. He fell from so high and he hit his head. I wonder if Humpty Dumpty is dead. So that could be, that's just one example. You're going to have your own. You're going to write it on this piece of paper, and then you're going to draw the picture that goes with it. Okay, so be creative. These can be silly, you know, whatever you want. This is your sort of rewritten version of Humpty Dumpty. So you're going to write the lines of the nursery rhyme here. You'll have 5 lines of your nursery rhyme plus the title. And then here you'll draw your picture of your new nursery rhyme, okay? So I hope you guys have fun with that. Just, you know, be creative. And I can't wait to see and hear what you guys come up with, okay? I'll talk to you soon.